Why should you build a real estate investment portfolio? Let's talk about it. Generating passive income, that's the main goal, right? We want to get out of the rat race. We want to be able to quit the 9 to 5, and you can do that if you've got yourself some financial freedom. After you get financial freedom, you want to build wealth. You want to build generational wealth, in fact, and by owning a rental portfolio, you can get there. Guys, this is a proven strategy. People have been getting to generational wealth through real estate investing. It's tried and true. And actually, most millionaires either make their millions by being real estate investors, or once they've made their millions doing some other business, they're investing in real estate so that they can keep and maintain their wealth. So how do you build this real estate investment portfolio? First, you're going to need clear goals. For me, when I was starting out, I had a goal that I wanted to feed my family. I had a job that I was no longer going to be able to stay in, and I had a wife and 2 kids, and I needed to provide. My wife, early on, when we were married or when we were about to get married, we were talking about life and lifestyle, and she explained to me that she had grown up middle class and that her father, he earned about $250,000 a year. And I thought, my God, she was rich. I'd hit the lottery. I told her that I thought I was middle class. My dad earned about $60,000 a year while I was growing up. So we came together. The lives came together. I quickly changed my goal from thinking up until that point, I would have been perfectly happy making $65,000, $70,000 a year and earning the same thing that my dad had earned all of those years. Because my wife grew up at a higher level of middle class than me, I guess I was lower middle class, bordering on not middle class. She was certainly upper middle class. I would think that that was pretty wealthy at the time. I thought it was a ton of money. I used that $250,000 as my goal, and I set it as like that was the benchmark. I needed to do that, and that was what I went about doing when I started my business. So here's what you can learn from that. I wish somebody had told me, hey, Robbie, set your goal higher. Like, I know $250,000, that's a lot more than what your dad did down here at 60, but don't set it at $250,000. Set it at $2.5 million, or set it even higher. So I encourage you guys, when you're setting these goals and you're starting out in life and you're starting your business, the world is going to give you what you ask for. Set your goals high and then go about meticulously achieving those goals. When you're setting these goals, don't just set monetary goals, but think about how you're going to build your portfolio. Do you want to do it through single family housing? Do you want to do it through small multifamily housing, or do you want to do it through like apartment complexes? And so what does that look like? We started out, we were single family house investors. And so we would go buy one house at a time. And for 20 years, I bought a couple a week. So we did a pretty high volume, and we've done thousands of these now. We're 26 years into it. We've bought and sold thousands of homes. We started out without any money at all, without having a job, in debt, no credit, or bad credit actually. And we were able to do it. And so can you. So starting out, I liked the single family housing. Why? Because it was easy for me to figure out what a deal looked like. It was pretty easy for me to figure out how to put the money together and go and find partners or go and get hard money lenders. It's very traditional. It was kind of tried and true. I got into real estate because a guy on television was singing the praises of real estate and buying it with no money down. And so I was young enough and dumb enough to believe him. And maybe you guys will believe me that you can do this. You don't need a lot of money. So single family housing was kind of easy. If I had it to do over again, maybe I would have gone a different route. I would have picked a bigger number. I would have said, instead of trying to make $250,000 a year, I want to make $2.5 million a year or $25 million a year. And instead of doing it in single family housing, I would have done it through apartment buildings or hotels. But I digress. I'm 26 years in. You have a story to write. You get to make these choices for yourself. Real estate investing is going to provide a great life. And all you need to do is figure out how you're going to get started. How do you start taking a bite at the apple? How do you get out of what you're currently doing and into something different? So the whole world is running one way and you're going to be running the other way. And that's what entrepreneurs do. This next one's key, guys. When you're setting goals, you need to have a timeline for when you're going to accomplish things. For me, I had just quit a job and I needed to feed my family. So I had a very, very short window. I didn't have months. I didn't have weeks. I had like literally days that I needed to make money. I needed to get into something that I could get in and get out and make some money. So you guys just know where you're at in life. Set a timeline. If you set timelines, then you have something to shoot for. You have goals to go after and you'll achieve them. I know that you'll achieve them. I believe in you. Even if no one's ever told you you can do it, I'm telling you, you can do it. Guys, on this channel, we encourage people to jump in with both feet. Get started today. take action, if you've got the entrepreneurial bug, if you know that this is where you want to go, if you want to be a business owner and you want to have control of your life, if you don't get the safety by working for the man and you're thinking differently than most of the world does, then you want to start now. Don't wait. You guys can figure this out on your own. That first deal that you do is going to teach you so much. Education is super important. If you're like me, you learn by doing. If you want to do it faster, you can go and read books. You can watch all of the YouTube videos. Hell, we've got probably a couple thousand videos out here on this YouTube channel where we talk about what we do, how we do it, and why we do it. And you guys can go consume all of that. Or better yet, I've got an even bigger shortcut for you. We've started a community over on the school platform, and you can join us and you can come and network with us. You can come and learn with us. Ultimately, guys, our heart is that we're trying to make real estate investors of everyone in the community. So hopefully we could even do a deal together. The link's in the description. When I first started out, guys, I was a buy, fix, and sell guy, and I wasn't really building a portfolio. So the title of this video is to build your portfolio. It's a great way to start. Being a wholesaler is a great way to start to become a real estate investor. Buy, fix, and sell. That's a great way to start being a real estate investor, but that's not really building generational wealth. That's not really building your portfolio. It took me years and really hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of deals before I figured it out. And when I finally figured it out that I should hold on to real estate and create passive income and get that rental income, that's when the penny dropped. That's when life changed for me and we started to see things differently. We were building something that was lasting. We were building something where eventually we didn't have to do the next deal. We had enough income coming in and we were completely financially free and completely out of the rat race. So learn from my mistakes. You can start in wholesaling. Wonderful. It's a wonderful way to start. You can start as a value-add real estate investor who's doing the flips. I love that. And maybe you can always do that. That's how you're going to get quick money. That's how you're going to get chunks of money. But if you want to build something, you've got to hold on to some real estate. And if I could go back and tell my younger self what I would do differently, I would start holding rental properties from day one. So what that would look like is maybe the first 3 that I bought, I'd sell 2 and I'd try to keep 1. And if I could have done that going back to 1997, my God, I would, well, I'm a rich man anyway, but I'd be super, super wealthy. And guys, there was a long time where I had a lot of income from real estate investing, but I really wasn't building anything. I'd created myself a job, and if I didn't do the next deal, I wasn't going to have that money. So from the time I started, and I was making lots of money from like 1997 to 2007 or so, then the financial crisis happened, and we lost everything. We lost our house. I lost my fancy car. I lost it all. I was penniless broke in 2008, and that's when we started really fighting to keep rental properties. We were buying things to keep for passive income, or what we were hoping would become passive income. There's a lot of work that goes into getting to passive, but we were buying rental properties, holding on to them. And guys, what I've found out now, having done it for a long time, anytime I can buy something and hold on to it for 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 years, the longer the better. If it's got cash flow and I can hold on to it, when I finally go to sell it, man, it's been a grand slam home run every single time. So here's a key takeaway from what happened in my story. Starting out as a flipper or going into wholesale, and guys, anything that you can think of that you've heard of people doing, any system that there's out there, I've done it. I've been the buy, fix, and flip. I've been the buy and hold. I've been a wholesaler. We've bought subject to. We've bought with seller financing. It doesn't matter what the system is. The thing that I learned over a long period of time is owning real estate for a long period of time is where it's at. Back in 2007, if I had been holding rental properties, I wouldn't have lost everything, that's for sure. If I had been smart enough to take all of the properties that I had that were on the market and just put them on the rental market instead of doing what I did, which was just keep trying to sell things and just keep trying to beat my head against the wall, because the system that I was in was buy it, fix it, sell it, buy it, fix it, sell it. That was all I knew. As a real estate investor, I encourage you to be flexible. And so it's great to be a wholesaler and earn money that way. And if you need to do something quick and you want to get into the game with very little money, wholesaling is the way to go. If you want to be a flipper, that's wonderful. You can make large chunks of money, but I'm encouraging you guys, don't just use other people's money. As soon as you've got some of your own money, start investing it. Be fanatical about it. This changed our life when we decided that we were going to do everything we could to hold on to real estate and invest through value add for passive income, or for value add to its highest and best use, so that we could get that long-term rental income. That's when the world changed for us. That's when we woke up one day and we looked at what the portfolio looked like, and it was unavoidable to say, hey, you're pretty rich, you've got money coming in, you don't have to keep doing the next deal, You could stop doing this anytime you want. Long-term rental income and appreciation, that's your road to financial freedom. You can even call it passive income eventually after a long period of time and hard work. Hey guys, I really want to make real estate investing easy for you. Real estate investing is a team sport, and we've created a community over on the school platform. I talked about it earlier. We've got all kinds of exciting things happening over there, but ultimately we're networking together, we're learning together, and we're doing deals together. We're inviting you. The link's in the description. Thanks for watching the YouTube stuff. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you over on school.